Hello and welcome to the first lesson of Traveler 4 B2. I am Najmuddin. Let's get started. Unit 1 Success. Of course, as usual, you can download the book for free from the link in the video description. 1A Reading Odd Jobs. Odd Jobs. Odd is a synonym for strange or weird. The opposite is something normal or ordinary. Odd jobs all in a day's work. Pre-reading, discuss. What is your ideal job? What are the reasons for your choice? Ideal, perfect. Now, when you want to answer this question, you have two choices. The first one is to choose a specific job, like, for example, saying an engineer or a doctor or a teacher. Or you can give a general description or criteria for the job as long as the job provides this, so this job is good for you. For example, you can say, I want a job that is interesting, not boring, or a job that pays well. I can earn good money. So, what's your ideal job? What are the reasons for your choice? For example, you can say, for me, it's engineering. I like civil engineering. And that is because I like to build new buildings or malls or whatever. You can say, for example, a police officer. I like to fight crime and protect innocent people. Or you can say, I like a job that is interesting and I can earn good money and I can feel fulfilled. Can you think of any unusual jobs? Do you know any people with strange jobs? I remember I read an article about this before. There was a snake milker. This guy, he would extract poison from snakes, and this poison is used in medicine. There was also a professional line stander. He stands in line to get money from other people. There was a bed tester, I think. He's like a professional sleeper. They ask him to sleep and they pay him money. There was a hugger, a guy who would hug you for 1 or 2 hours so you can relax or cry, and then he gets his money and leave. Okay, now read the text quickly without paying any attention to the missing sentences. So, in the reading, there will be some missing sentences, but we should just read quickly. What are the three jobs described in it? So, let's start from here. Doctor, police officer, lawyer, teacher. Everybody has heard of these jobs. But the most interesting jobs are not always the most obvious. Here are a few people who think they have some of the best jobs in the world, and it's possible that you have never even considered them. You have never even considered them, thought about them. Consider, think. Uh, Everybody has heard of these jobs. These jobs, of course, we are talking about doctor, police officer, lawyer, and teacher. Okay, so we have the first one, Mr. Brad. Brad Taylor has enjoyed examining paintings since he was a child. He could tell the difference between a Van Gogh and a Da Vinci before he was 7. Of course, here, when we say a Van Gogh and a Da Vinci, we are talking about paintings. So these paintings are for these artists. So he could tell the difference, know the difference, know which one was painted by Van Gogh and which one was painted by Da Vinci before he was 7. What, you may ask, is that? Well, Brad makes his living by using various techniques to distinguish between a real painting and a fake. So, what does that mean, a fake? Of course, it is still a painting, but it's not painted by this famous painter like Van Gogh or Da Vinci. So, somebody forged it. Somebody painted this painting, and he said that this was painted by Van Gogh or Da Vinci to earn millions of dollars. Brad makes his living. This expression, makes his living, we can also say earn money. We can also say job. So, what's your job? How do you make a living? How do you earn money? All of them have the same meaning. By using various techniques, different techniques, to distinguish, to know the difference between a real painting and a fake. Now, there is a small difference between fake and unreal. So, fake, something is there, but it's not authentic. Unreal, maybe it didn't even happen, like a dream, for example. A dream is unreal, it didn't really happen. It's just in your head. But when we say this is a fake painting, it is a painting, but it's not an original painting. I think what I do is a service to mankind, says Brad. Paintings by Botticelli and Renoir are priceless, not only because they are exceptionally beautiful works of art, but because they tell us a lot about the period of time in history in which they were painted. I think what I do is a service to mankind, humanity. Painting by Botticelli and Renoir, two famous artists, are priceless. Priceless. It's not something that you can buy with money. We can also say invaluable. Invaluable. So it's not for sale. You can't buy these things with money. Not only because they are exceptionally beautiful, exceptional, out of the ordinary, or extraordinary, amazing, very special, unique, but because they tell us a lot about the period of time, about that era of time, about that age in history which they were painted. Of course, we are talking about the beautiful works of art or paintings. These paintings are therefore a rich source of information for us, and it is essential that they be preserved and protected. Therefore, it means so. A rich source of information. Rich, wealthy, opposite of poor, of course. Information, data. And it's essential. It is important. Essential is from the word essence. That they be preserved. They here, we are talking about the paintings. Preserved, kept, saved, and protected, of course. Okay, let's continue. Brad works for a prestigious company that examines paintings for museums. Prestigious, this is the adjective from prestige. We can say first class or fancy. That examines paintings for museums. I might spend most of my time alone with only an old painting to keep me company. To keep me company. So he treats the painting as if he is with a person. So, do you have any company? Yes, I have this old painting here with me. Company here, it's different from firm. We're not talking about a place where you work. We're talking about somebody who's with you, who accompanies you. That's why we say company. For example, let's say that you want to visit your friend, but you want your friend to be alone. So you ask him, "Do you have any company with you? Is there anybody there with you?" But I wouldn't change what I do for anything in the world. I wouldn't change what I do. Here, he's talking about his job for anything in the world. So he doesn't want any other work. He says with a big smile on his face. So, what does that tell you? That he has a big smile on his face, that he is really happy. Now, what's the difference between smile and laughter or laugh? A smile is without any sound. You just smile. But if I say he laughed, or the noun is laughter, so usually there's a sound. Ha 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 ha. So this is a laugh on his face. Okay, this is enough for today. Thank you for watching and please subscribe to the channel. Good luck.